So welcome back to some more Persona 3 Reload, where last time we just sat and created the best Personas we could really make. I mean, these are not the best Personas in the game by any means, but hey, at least we now have Orpheus Telos on our side, getting ready for our ultimate adversary. And this time, we're taking on said ultimate adversary. So, off screen, I have full SP. I think Fuka does as well. Well, she does. Wow. Couple things here. She does have her theurgy, I hope. Can I check if you do? I can't check if you do. I think you do. So a couple things. Make sure you have full HP and SP. That's pretty easy to get because, well, the clock, you can actually just start using that from now on if you want. Or SP recovery items and such, or worst case scenario, spam regenerate on something, or life aid. Off screen, I made a small change. I think, was it Chi-Yu? I think it was Chi-Yu. Or, did I make the change yet? I guess I didn't. Okay. So, one of the things here, okay, yeah. It's you I gotta change. So, here's the thing. I made a mistake when going after Enduring Soul. You want to have Endure on Hell L. Trust me on this. Because Endure and Enduring Soul do not stack. However, Endure by itself will proc on its own compared to Enduring Soul. So, you essentially have two Endures, which is nice. So, here's our team setup. I was gonna try to find a Resist Electric, but it doesn't matter on Chi-Yu. What you really need is just something with all the autos. Auto Rakukaja, Auto Tarukaja, Auto Tsukukaja. And in this case, Enduring Soul as well. You're gonna want that. Trust me on this. Orpheus Telos with this setup, which I apparently never organized. I might as well just organize that now, because I'm planning on using this persona for the rest of the game. And Hell L for also an Endure. You don't have to have... Well, actually, you do kind of want to have Hell L for this, because... you'll see why in a second. Along with this, the ultimate adversary is the only boss in the game that has certain, I guess, a checklist of things that you cannot break. It has a set of rules. One of those rules being, be by yourself. If you bring anybody else, well, the door won't even open for you. Along with that, off screen, I did get the cup card where it will increase your magic, or I think it just doubles, or more than doubles your first attack, so I did do that off screen. Thankfully, that does save off screen, thankfully, so I'm heading to 255. Other things you want to have. As for equipment, Lucifer's Blade, Armor of Light, Shoes of Bane, and the Incense Box. The Incense Box is going to be really imperative. If you bought that, good, because this is going to be needed. Same with the Shoes of Bane. This just kind of negates an entire part of the fight that you just never have to worry about. The other two are kind of there if you want it, but they're very helpful. Oh, along with that, I forgot to mention that Orpheus Telos has their stats jacked because I used... where is it? Not way down here. Holy crap. Actually, was it even... I think it was down here. Yeah, okay. I used a bunch of the incenses we had gotten throughout the game. Literally everything went into Orpheus Telos because Orpheus Telos is going to be our ultimate persona from here on out. So that is why I did that off screen, and for this case, kind of needed it. So I will say that off screen, I did attempt this and I did win. But this fight, holy hell, is it gimmicky. It is real tough. So, again, make sure that you have your all auto person equipped. You definitely want that there. And you can even save here. Once you're ready, proceed onward. Enter.
I've been waiting for you. The adversary I'd like you to defeat is currently standing before you. Yes, to put it simply, I am referring to myself. I have always longed to understand who I am. My master understands this desire of mine, as do you, I'm sure. Those who set foot in the Velvet Room are all destined to embark on a journey of self-discovery. Perhaps you could guide me to the answer I seek. Would you do me the honor of engaging me in battle?
Yes.
You have my thanks. Now, shall we dance?
Straight in the thick of it. Ah, our ultimate adversary.
Who is that? Is it just me? Or does it seem like she wants to fight? What? Her power readings, they're off the charts. Who is she?
Elizabeth
Sergi.
is the hardest
use
fight
it
in
now.
the game by far. She is horrifying. So, as I was mentioning with the set of rules, the first rule is that you must be by yourself, otherwise she won't even let you in here. There's 3 other rules that you must follow during the fight. For 1, you must not reach 50 turns for the whole fight. And then, you must not block, drain, or repel anything. Resist is fine, dodging is fine. But you cannot block, drain, or repel. Along with that, her last rule, you cannot use Armageddon. You must use Armageddon at a very crucial point that will win the fight. If you use it early on, you'll break the rule. So what happens if you break the rules? She kills you with an insta-kill Megidolon. And even if you survive the attack with Endure, she'll just spam it until you're dead. Yeah, she's real fair. So, her fight is really, really, really weird. For the most part, we're just tanking her attacks until we get her to a certain threshold. She has 3 different phases, phase 2 being the most awkward. So, for right now, we want to swap to Orpheus Telos, and until her HP reaches around 13,000 to 14,000 HP, we're going to cycle between Concentrate, Heat Riser, and then, along with that, Morning Star. Right off the gate, I did not mean to do that.
I know. Don't worry. Shuffling.
I did not mean to do that. I'm actually going to reset the fight. That's how crucial this is. It's because I'm used to frickin' metaphor right now. It's so dumb. So give me a sec.
Sergi.
Okay, back here again because I'm an idiot. Yeah, I don't know why I had it in my head that Theurgy was with X because I've been playing a lot of metaphor and synthesis is X. Anyways, so yeah, it's very, very... You have to be very careful with this fight. So, as I said, start with Chi Yu or whoever you're using for the autos. Swap to Orpheus Telos for he resists everything.
Alright.
And then whenever you can land a Trickster. Trickster is fine here. So, I'm going straight off with Trickster. $18.74. I forgot another thing too. You want to have a calculator for this. It is imperative to do so. I need to see how much HP she has. Okay, it's 20,000. Okay, it's 20,000 minus 1874. Okay, you really want to have a calculator for this.
Don't worry, I'm not as fragile as I look. Try to kill me if you can. Playing
Inferno. She has a whole set of different personas she can
Can
use,
you withstand this?
and it's usually in a specific order. For right now, it's Cert, then Jack Frost, then Thor, then Kuchu Lane, then Metatron, then Alice, then Nebulos, then Masakato. There's something special about that, so you do want to keep in mind of that. So, for the cycle until she hits around 14,000 to 13,000 HP, we're going to want to concentrate. She'll go concentrate as well on Jack. And then Diamond Dust with Jack Frost. Okay. That is fine. This is why we have Regenerate and the other one I can't remember the name of.
What to do?
So, let's do Morning Star. That is 868.
Your fate is in the cards.
Ugh, I'm screwing up my calculator. Okay, so right now she's around 17,000 health still. And this is where I say you definitely want Fuka, because Oracle can either give us a concentrate for free or a heat riser. If she gets a heat riser... Okay, that's perfect. Okay, because then I can concentrate. This fight is very long and drawn out. You're kind of just waiting for a good moment. But more specifically, whenever she gets to Metatron, trust me on this. So, how do I want to do this? A good heat riser again. Or I could just go for the Morning Star. No. Okay. I think here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go for the damage. Because remember, too, you have to beat her within 50 turns. I'm not counting how many turns it's been. 920. So Metatron here. Into Kogon. So our next persona is going to be Alice. Now, thanks to the Boots of Bane, or whatever the hell they're called, we can actually get a free debilitate off on her if we so wished. So, here's the thing. Do I want to... I think Concentrate into Trickster is going to deal the most amount of damage.
Come.
I'd rather do that than get a debilitate off.
Your fate is in the cards.
Because otherwise, you'd have to deal with insta-kill. So, it's pretty busted. And since that is technically a status ailment, you are free to block that without any repercussions. Attack reverts, defense revert. Oh, right, I didn't have a heat riser up. Okay. Let's do heat riser. Another thing you want to do is try to scan the personas that she brings out, because one, that just helps you against affinities if you're not using my setup, but also, it makes it to where Fuka gets her theurgy faster. Now don't worry if you get confused, or not me in this case, because, well, that incense box will save you from that. So, I'm going to hit her with a Trickster. And bring back the calculator. 1893.
Your fate is in the
So she's around 1,400 health. Okay. So what we... Okay, this is not the dangerous Megidolon, by the way. This is not the insta-kill one. She just always using Megidolon. Oh my god, that hurts. Okay. So how do I want to do this? Okay, where is she at right now? 14,445. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna scan so I can build up Fuka. I need to get... Yeah, let's concentrate. We should be able to live. I don't think we have to worry about living here. We resist everything, so... Okay, that's playing it really, really dangerously.
Enemy attack imminent.
Okay, I don't have a choice but to heal, huh? Okay. Let's just do a bead.
Here we go.
As long as I can survive the next attack, we should be fine. There is a special thing you can do if you can get her exactly on 13,500 HP, I should say. So I'm hoping we can actually show that off, because second phase is real gimmicky. It is bullshit gimmicky. And freeze, yay! This is okay. Let's do heat riser. So this will probably put her around 13,600 HP, roughly. If that's the case, also she's gonna... Oh, she did not land a crit. Okay. How do I want to play this?
Let's see.
Trying to think.
Never mind.
Okay, she was on Thor just now. So next would be Kuchu Lane, then Metatron. So I can't do that strat.
I'll go with...
I may just do a normal Morning Star. Yeah. How much is that going to be?
Oh no.
894.
Shuffling the deck.
Okay, this actually kind of works out. Kind of.
Draw.
So, like I said, if she was at exactly around like 13,500 HP, then we would be able to skip phase 2 after a couple turns. So, how do I want to do this? Let's do concentrate. I should be able to get a trickster off Sukunda. That's fine. And there's Metatron. Ooh, actually. I could do a debilitate. How do I want to do this?
I'll go with.
Yeah, because it's a free debilitate this turn. Let's do debilitate, and then we'll do heat riser, and we'll see if we can keep that defense drop. At best, it keeps her attack down. Or, well, at the very least, it'll keep her attack down. Actually, I can see what she'll do next turn. So, okay, all she has is Rakunda. Okay, this might work out in my favor then.
What to do?
So let's do heat riser. This is mostly just for the attack. Rakunda, which is fine because she's already debuffed. Okay, I think this is how I'm gonna be able to cheese the second phase, because like I said, the second phase is so gimmicky. Okay, make sure I have the calculator up. The calculator is imperative. We're gonna do trickster. 2529 or 2595.
Magnificent. Your
Okay,
power
we
is
are in the home
every
furry for
bit-
this.
But the curtain has just risen. Show me your best performance. Shuffling the
Second
deck.
phase is oh my god, you're doing double that. Okay, that's an interesting
Fate
thing.
is in the cards.
So what second phase starts as, once you hear that monologue, go to Chiyu and debuff her if you can. What I'm gonna do is we have Debilitator Sutras, so I'm doing that.
I bring
For she
you
will summon a
Megidolon.
Megidolon. That is a scripted Megidolon.
Draw.
Then she'll swap to Thor. Or not. Pixie, I think, then Thor. Yeah, okay, I think that's how it goes. Okay.
What to do?
Swap on over to Orpheus Telos. For phase 2, you need to take her down, I believe...
What's next?
Trying to think. Okay, yeah. This is a damage check. You have to get her down below 10,000 HP before she kills you in 3 turns. So we should be able to accomplish that. I don't have a concentrate. Let's do concentrate. And I should be able just to do this twice. Yeah, she'll swap to Thor. Good miss. And she's buffing herself. We should be able to get her past this, though. Alright, calculator. 859. Okay, we literally just need to do 97 damage. And we're fine. Okay. There's the charge again. Defense revert, all that jazz. Okay. You you look at that. Morningstar again. I just need to get her past that threshold. Which we should be able to do. There we go, 377. She's now at 9,720 HP.
Marvelous. You wield such power. The performance is underway. I shall give you something to remember. Shuffling the deck.
Okay, phase 3. She'll start off with a Heat Riser, and then she'll use Dia Rahan to fully heal herself. Here's the thing, though. They're kind of in the home clear, weirdly enough. So, She will do new cycles, and it is kind of random of what cycle she'll do. For sequencing, first can be Cert and Jack Frost, with combinations of Inferno and Diamond Dust, or Tarunda Rakukaja, Tarukaja Rakunda, respectively. Second is Thor and Kuchu Lane. First attack can either be Thunder Rain or God's Hand. The second attack can be Panta Ray, Primal Force, or Sukakaja. Third is Metatron and Alice, where first turn she could do Sukunda, Kogan, or Divine Judgment, or the second turn can be Die For Me or Aegon. Fourth sequence is Nebulos and Thor. First attack is always going to be Single Ailment, while the second attack will be God's Hand or Heat Riser. The fifth sequence can be Jack Frost and Thor. First attack being Diamond Dust, Rakukaja, and Rakunda, or the second attack being Thunder Rain and Tarunda. Six can be Alice and Cert with Die For Me and Aegon first attack, and then Tarukaja Brave Blade on the second. The seventh sequence, yeah, this is very long-winded. Kuchu Lane and Metatron. First attack can be Panta Ray, Primal Force, or Sukakaja. Second attack can be Sukunda, Kogan, and Divine Judgment. And finally, number 8 can be Alice and Masakato, with the first attack being Die For Me and the second attack being Megidolon. Yeesh. Okay. So here's what to do. Basically for this, we're just going back to the cycle of Phase 1. We're just gonna Heat Riser, then... Well, yeah, Heat Riser, Concentrate, and just attack. That's all we need to do. Now keep in mind, now for this, we want to get her to around 10,500 HP. So I actually got to put in my calculator while I was talking about all that. So she is reset back to 20,000. So we're back to the beginning. Okay. So, let's see what Fuka will do first.
I have to do it. Yes.
Because I think either way, I need to wait for her Heat Riser to go away. Okay, there's that. I could debilitate, but I don't think that's gonna matter. Well, let's do our own Heat Riser. She'll eventually lose her buffs anyways. Inferno.
Your fate is in the cards.
And she's going with certain Jack Frost first. Interesting. But that's why I didn't go haywire with Fuka's scanning, because I do want to save a little bit of her Theurgy gauge for that. I really want to debuff her, but she'll get debuffed next turn, so... I could be free to just... No. I'm not going to do my Theurgy, but I will just do a normal Morningstar, because we need damage on her. We should have plenty of turns to take her out, but I have not been counting. You missed? Come on! I mean, that can happen. Attack down, Panta Ray. That is so annoying. Alright, so that was Thorn Kuchu Lane. She's gonna lose her buffs next turn. Let's do Concentrate. But that's why it's Concentrate then Heat Riser, because she can just debuff your attack. Attack revert, defense revert, evasion revert, Kogan. So yeah, if you get to Repo 4, Metatron, and Alice, you are free to do another Debilitate if you so wish, because she can't really touch you. I guess any of these you could do that, but the worst thing she can do is Sukunda on that bit. Now this she may Heat Riser. She could very well Heat Riser this turn. I have to have Heat Riser up. I'm hoping she doesn't. I'm hoping she just goes for God's Hand here. Yeah, Sexy Dance. She may go for God's Hand to try... Yeah, there we go. Because she wants to go for the crit. But we resist. Okay. For this bit... actually, have I... I have scanned that one. Okay. We're going straight to Trickster. That is 1912. Alright, so she's around 18,000 HP. Like I said, you want to get her to around 18,500 damage. That is going to be imperative. And now she's swapping it up, so now it's Jack Frost and 4. Good dodge, though. Okay, so Let's do concentrates. Actually, did I have scanned that one. All right, concentrate. I'm not too worried about our SP recovery. You're going straight to Alice and then Cert. Okay. She's likely gonna do Tarakaja. Or no. Okay, my notes did not have it as she could use Inferno here. It was just Brave Tarakaja or Brave Blade, but no. Okay. Heat Riser. We're just gonna continue this cycle. Panta Ray, so now you're on. Okay, yeah. Or no, yeah, okay. You're on Kuchu Lane and then Metatron. So next move, she's going to do Die For Me and Megidolon. Which we should be able to live. Okay. You already scanned that one. Alright. Let's do Morningstar. Calculator. I always forget to keep the calculator up. I'm using my phone as a calculator. 894.
Your fate is in the cards.
17,194. Oh, and you're switching up the sequencing. You're now back to that. Okay. You may need to heal in a sec, because that's going to suck. Right. You already scanned that one. Let's just do Concentrate. We have our buffs up still. Thunder Rain. Because the dangerous thing is if she goes to Masakato with a Megidolon, I'm dead. So that's going to be a very interesting bit. Attack revert, all that jazz. Okay.
Should I scan on this enemy?
Thankfully, you can scan.
What to do?
I don't think she'll go to Alice and Masakato just yet, so I'm going to do a Heat Riser. And then I think for a safe bet, I may just heal. Okay, yeah, she's on Metatron and... what the crap? Metatron and Alice. Okay, so I do get a... okay, I don't get a 3 out of this, damn. Just...
Should I scan on this enemy?
Fuka, I really need you to get your Theurgy soon. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go for the attack here. Yeah. And that is how much? 1893. She's around 15,000. Tantarafu, alright, so she's on Neburos and I believe Thor, yeah. Okay. And she'll read that as a God's Hand use. Okay. I think for this, unless if... no, okay. So, I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna give myself a... I'm not holding back. Do I want... what do I want? Soul, no. Where's the stuff where it's HP and SP? I guess it would be a Soma, huh? I mean, this is an important fight. We're going with the Soma. I think we have plenty of turns to mess with since we got to this point so early. So I don't think we're going to be hurting anytime soon for right now. So Jack Frost to 4. That's fine. Okay. Sorry I'm playing this so methodically. It's just, it's a really hard fight. Okay. So she has a defense buff. Let's do Heat Riser. You're gonna do Die For Me. That's fine. Oh, that means you're going to Megidolon. Okay. Not her scripted one, but just a high damage one. Or not. Oh, you were on Alice and Cert. Okay. I guess you could do that too. Never mind.
I'll go with.
Alright, let's do... I can scan here. She should get her Theurgy next turn. Concentrates. Panta Ray. Okay. So this will kind of help out, because if Fuka gets her Theurgy next turn, then I can do my normal Almighty stuff and then get a turn to either buff or... well, I can either have to... I'll either have to concentrate or I'll have to Heat Rise. So, let's do Morningstar. She has a defense buff, but it's fine. We have to attack at some point. 536. So she's around 14,700. And is this the Masakato one, or is this the Cert one? This is the Masakato one, okay. I knew she was gonna pull that out of her ass at some point. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, so we do have Fuka. So let's do Fuka's.
Do you know?
She shouldn't heal me.
Please help them.
This would be really bad if she healed me. I just want to heat rise or concentrate. Okay, that's perfect.
I'll go with.
Because now I can concentrate, and next turn I'll get my Theurgy. Perfect.
Your
There's Tarakaja. And I think she already lost. Nope, she did not lose her defense drop. Okay. I think next turn I'm going to debilitate.
What to do?
Because I'm not going to have a choice. She's keeping her defenses up. I do not want her having that. May interrupt the cycle a little bit, but yeah, she's doing Tararunda.
No.
But I think I should be able to do a Heat Riser next turn. I mean, if she's keeping... Well, I don't know what she's really doing.
I'll go with.
Okay, let's do yeah, let's do Heat Riser. That would have acted as an attacking turn anyways. Kogan.
is in the cards.
So you're starting with Metatron. So this is Metatron and Alice. Okay. Which is fine. Okay, good. Good. We're on a good track. Like I said, this fight is real gimmicky. You have to be real careful here. Okay. We're doing Trickster. How much will this do? 1854. Alright, she's around 12,000. So I think from here on out, we do also want to save a Theurgy before her last little bit. So I think I'm going to hold off on using Theurgies.
What to do?
And we're just going to go with Concentrate and Almighty stuff. Alright. Accuracy Evasion gone. Rakukaja. Like I said, this is kind of dangerous because I don't know... I don't know how many turns it's been. I don't think it's been that many. I think it's been about like 20-ish, 20, 30-ish. So, that's the only concerning bit here. Okay, let's do Heat Riser. There's the die for me. I don't think she's going with Masakado after. I think she's going with Cert. Yep, okay, Cert. That's fine. Okay. I'm just gonna go for the attack. We need damage.
Oh no.
526.
Drop.
Alright, 12,300-ish. Almost 400. Sukunda. Okay. As long as we keep up this pattern, though, we should have enough damage. So, I have a defense buff right now. I'll just do Concentrate. But yeah, right now it's real risky to try to use a Theurgy and try to gain it back. So that's why I'm not going to do that for right now.
Shuffling the deck.
Oh my god, but you're doing Rakukaja and all that garbage. Why? Okay. Let's do Heat Rise. Did I? Okay, I did. Let's do Heat Rise. I'm just trying to see what persona she'll have so that I can see if Fuka can get her Theurgy fast. Because otherwise it takes her forever to get her Theurgy. Okay.
Shuffling the deck.
Man, you're fully buffed!
What to do?
Screw you! No, debilitate your ass! I should still have my Heat Riser next turn, so it's not that imperative. Alright, Metatron and Alice, so... You should keep those debuffs.
Shuffling the deck.
Keyword should. Okay. I think I probably could get away with another Trickster, but how much health does she have? 12,300. Okay, so if I do it now, it's gonna do around... It'll take her around 11,000, like a bit over 10,000. No. That's too risky. I'm just gonna do Morningstar. $868.
Drop.
Where she's at. Alright, we need to do around 11,000. 11,000. Yeah, we need to do 11,000 damage. No. We need to do around 1,000 damage now. So This is gonna be it. Wow, you finally hit a crit.
Shuffling the
Oh,
deck.
you suck. Come on. Okay, by the time I get all my stuff rebuffed, I should be fine. And can't scan. Okay, so let's do Heat Riser.
Your
There's
fate
Diamond
is in the
Dust. And inflicted with freeze. Great.
Draw.
At least this doesn't crit me. Because electric and electroshock could have been cool, but whatever. Or electroshock. What? Freeze shock. Okay. Let's I have scanned that. Let's do concentrate. I guess if you wanted to save SP, you could use your concentrate herbs and stuff, but I don't
Your
really
fate
care.
is in the cards.
Are you doing Alice and Masakato, or are you doing Alice and Cert? Okay, Alice and Cert. That's fine. That's completely fine with me. She's still fully buffed. I think I'm just gonna do another Heat Riser. I need her buffs to go away. Alright, there we go. It's just not worth attacking on that turn.
Your fate is in the
Sukakaja.
cards.
Alright, so it's Kuchu Lane and Metatron
Shuffling the deck.
and Sukunda. Okay. So she has a chance to dodge this.
I'll go
I'm gonna go for it because I don't have a choice.
Oh no.
868.
Draw.
Okay. So now she's... Okay, how do I want to do this?
Shuffling the deck.
She has... Okay. I think what we're gonna do... Here's what I'm gonna do. We're just gonna keep the cycle up for right now. New concentrate. And then Heat Riser, and then... I think what I'm gonna do after that... We'll need to go to Hellel and just spam Morningstar
Your fate
soon.
is in the cards.
Because the thing is, once she's below 10,000, then, well, weird shit's gonna happen. So,
What to do?
okay, let's do Heat Riser. There's Tarunda. Oh, you suck. Why do you do this to me?
Draw.
Okay, what I might do is just normal attack. Like, I may just slash her.
Oh
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Because we're gonna have to at this point. Okay, so
I've already scanned this one.
I can slash her if I want. Yeah, let's slash. 143 plus 1 or 143 93.
Draw.
Okay. She's at 10,413. Okay. I had to do some quick math there. Okay. We're gonna do Heat Riser. And then on this turn, we're swapping to Hellel.
Shuffling the deck.
And this is actually kind of good. You're on Neburos and Thor. That's fine. Yeah,
Your
that's fine.
fate is
Okay.
in the cards.
I didn't want you to Heat Riser. Okay. Once we have that set up, we should be in the home clear. Hello, with Morningstar.
Oh
We're in the clear.
no. Shuffling the deck.
She will now do her last Megidolon. Below this amount of HP,
And now, I give you the grand finale.
this is why we need to endure. This is an insta-kill Megidolon. But you said it was the grand finale. This is your grand finale. Goodbye. That is why I did not want to use my Theurgy. You must use Armageddon on that turn to beat her. A little underhanded, but that's how she plays.
I believed I could find my answer by challenging someone stronger than me. Alas, I was mistaken. I have received no such revelation as to who I am, not even in defeat. No, Perhaps I was too hasty. Perhaps I've already found my answer. Only I can understand who I am, and only I can decide who I am. Now, I believe congratulations are in order. You have overcome the most difficult obstacle I've placed in your path. You shall receive your reward in the same manner as always. And please accept this as well. It is no reward, but a token of my gratitude.
Platinum bookmark.
Well then, good day.
That is the most stressful fight ever. It is just a fight laid out with rules. Now, the Platinum Bookmark is nothing more than just bragging rights. You can say you did it. There are guides out there where you can actually kill her in like 2 turns or something stupid like that. And there was one video I actually found that was really interesting where if you broke her rules intentionally, you can actually 2-phase her because of it. Just the way her fight works and all. It's really interesting. But I went with a method that I think anybody could do as long as they're doing a 100% playthrough. You don't have to use this team that I did, or that I used, but it still comes down to the wire if you don't use this team. It's pretty ridiculous, so just be wary of that. But we have our final request.
Good day. Here are my
The
requests.
101st.
Let's hear the results.
This request requires no confirmation, of course. It was the last thing I'll ask of you.
Very well then.
Here's your reward, the gift of ultimate power. No matter where you go or what you do, I'm certain you will persevere and overcome every single obstacle in your way.
You have my thanks.
Thank you so much for indulging my curiosity. Please take this as your reward. Omnipotent Orb. We have every single request done. Man, long time coming, huh? Feels like yesterday that we just started on our first couple. Sheesh.
Oh my.
And with that, all requests have been marked completed. Which means you will not receive any more requests from me.
Marvelous.
To think this day would come. It's quite moving, really. I know I may have had some rather unreasonable requests, but you've performed so splendidly.
You have my thanks.
Allow me to give you my formal thanks. And that's it.
Very well.
The Omnipotent Orb is the most broken item in the game. Null to all except Almighty. You are invincible with this. Now, for the purposes of this LP, I am not putting that on because holy hell is that overpowered as shit. So, I'm not doing that, but by all means, it's there if you want to use it. So, before we start ending things off, I want to go to the Velvet Room. Because we're going to make some more Personas. No, no, dear God, no. Shouldn't have to make any more Personas, at least not for the main game. Yeesh.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
I want some... Well, first of all, I absolutely want to register these
Register
champions
is
of
overriding
Personas.
Acceptable. I've completed registration.
And I want to
Please
summon a
take a
couple.
look.
So, Thanatos
Please,
is
is
one
this
I
acceptable?
especially want.
May it be your inner strength.
And I think Hellel was the only other one. Or no. Was it Hellel?
Please
No,
take a look.
it was Messiah. Derp. I also want Messiah.
So you'll be summoning. May it be your inner strength.
This is
Are
just
you
for
finished?
more of my sake more than anything,
We look-
but I do want to at least have our final lineup of our personas. So, our final personas are not going to be Chi-Yu, and it's not going to be Hillel. I need to get there. Our final personas are going to be Orpheus, Telos, Thanatos, and Messiah. I think it's only fair and also, I don't know, quite apt to have these personas be our final personas to use for the game, so that's why I'm going with them. Anyways, I may end up in Tartarus, but we're coming to the end. Tomorrow's our last day. So, next time on Persona 3 Reload, I'm gonna try to stop, well, Calamity from ensuing. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.